Welcome back everybody to CMN103 Introduction to Creative Industries. So today we're going to be talking about digital networks, and we're really going to be thinking about, if you are going to create a digital profile for yourself, what form should it take? And I've managed to have a chat with each of your discipline leads. These are the people that look after or are expert in your particular discipline areas, and they're going to give you some advice today. So have a look at the slides and I will chat along with you with the slides. So how do professionals within your industry segment profile their skills and experience? So I spoke with Dr. Jo Loth, and Jo was talking about, she's obviously the discipline lead for drama, and she recommended that most drama students should develop a LinkedIn profile. So as you can see on the slide there are other mechanisms as well available to drama students. So if you're a performer, you might want to engage with a casting agent, and you might have a show reel. So there are other ways in which you might profile, but certainly a LinkedIn profile for most students is recommended there. Okay, so if you are interested in serious game design, Dr. Colleen Styler-Hunt, who's the discipline leader for serious games or digital games in general, talks about the fact that there are many different ways in which you can upload a digital profile. And she was talking about a particular website that allows people to upload their games, and that's called itch.io, as you can see on the slide there. And that's something that you might want to consider as well. But she also broke down the different roles within serious games or within game design more generally, and so these are some of the things to think about as well, that you might want to think about a specialism within your discipline, and that might dictate or might determine which profile form you use. She also gave some general advice on, which I think applies to most creatives, on how to create and why to create a digital profile. Don't include something in your portfolio unless it's amazing. So choose your best work. This is really about showcasing your skills, your talents, your projects. Select the best work that you have and use that as your example or exemplars. Generally completed and polished work is always better than lots of features and lots of prototypes that are not complete. Provide context around your work. This is really important. I've seen a lot of websites from emerging creatives like yourself. There might be a beautiful image. I have no understanding of what technique was used, or what equipment or what software was used. I have no idea of when it was used. There might be a piece of film. I don't know what the person who's profiling this work, I don't know what their role is in it. Were they the director? Were they the main actor? Were they the sound engineer? So a little brief context statement, before or alongside your work is really important regardless of your discipline area. Show that you know basic industry terminology about work methods. So when you are giving a description of what you did or what your role was or what software or what equipment you used, make sure you use discipline-specific terms, because then the person reading that feels confident that you are on top of, if you like, that you're fully aware of your craft and the skills and techniques involved in your craft. So in terms of creative writing, we've all met Paul Williams, Dr. Paul Williams. In terms of creative writing, Paul recommended that students use all sorts of ways to profile, but LinkedIn is a really good general profile. More specifically, he suggests that a personal website with details of publications, readings, etc., and author activities can be developed in your latter years of study. A Facebook author page linking to journals you've published in is also useful, and or a blog where you can establish a web presence. So he's actually talking about having multiple presences, multiple digital profiles, where you can actually link within your LinkedIn profile to these other profile areas. creative advertising and marketing, Dr. Kelly Chung talked about the fact that, again, it depends on your particular role. You might want a role as a creative in the creative department, strategic department, but all of these, whatever role that you engage with, can be supported with a LinkedIn profile. In Screen and Media, Dr. Joe McIntyre recommends that Screen and Media students develop a LinkedIn profile, but also you use that to follow other people and to follow other businesses. And there are, again, varied careers that you can have within that particular discipline area. When you start developing your films, it's a really good idea also to have a Vimeo account, to set up a Vimeo account and have somewhere where you can professionally upload and present your work. In design, I spoke with Irene Visser, and she was talking about the fact that, in design, usually or traditionally, somebody would have a large design portfolio that they would carry around with them. There are different ways in which you can do that now. She talked about Behance.net as a site for showcasing your work. DeviantArt is a similar site where you might be able to do that. But a lot of designers as well use Pinterest, because obviously it's visually focused, it's a visual dynamic and communication form. So you might want to think about those alongside a LinkedIn profile. Okay, so thank you very much. We'll talk a little bit more about those in tutorials, but you can revisit this video obviously if you get a bit confused, or if you'd like to remember again who your discipline lead or what your discipline lead suggested that you engage with as a profile form. I look forward to speaking with you next week. Good luck.